It was the most important speech of Kamala Harris's political career. Her acceptance speech as the Democratic Party nominee for the November US presidential elections can't be termed as one for the ages. But it definitely sets the poll campaign tone for the Democrats. Her speech packed enough punch for opponent Donald Trump to ponder over before the next month's debate. How did Kamala Harris attack Donald Trump during her acceptance speech? News9 Plus Decodes. She warned and then reasoned on why America should vote for her as the next president on 4th November. She showcased herself as someone who emerged from middle-class struggles, unlike Trump, who was born with a silver spoon. She promised to be the president for all Americans, and affiliations didn't matter. What was Kamala's pitch on the issue of immigration? Daughter of Jamaican and Indian immigrants, she was characterized as border czar by the Republicans after Biden asked her to lead diplomatic efforts to resolve immigration issues. Earlier this year, her efforts to pass a bipartisan border security bill failed. In her speech, Kamala vowed to, and I quote here, bring back the bipartisan border security bill that Trump killed and signed it into a law, end quote. How did Kamala champion the cause of abortion? Kamala advocated for nationwide legislation that gave women the right to abort. This comes in the backdrop of the Supreme Court overturning a crucial judgment that earlier gave women the ability to choose to have an abortion or continue a pregnancy. In fact, her visit to an abortion clinic immediately after the Supreme Court order threw her into the spotlight, which a vice president rarely gets. What is Kamala's stand on America's foreign policy? She vowed to support Ukraine in its war against Russia for as long as it takes. She claimed that she met President Zelensky 5 days before the Kremlin ordered the invasion to warn him about Russia's plan. She said that she then helped mobilize a global response. She also pledged to ensure that America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century, and that, I quote here, we strengthen, not abdicate, our global leadership, end quote. She spoke in support of NATO that denounced isolationism. On the West Asia crisis, Kamala said that she will ensure, and I quote, that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity and self-determination, end quote. What did she say on the divisive issue of gun laws? She has a history of backing gun safety regulations, and in her speech stood her ground on strict laws on owning guns. This is in stark contrast with Trump, who has backed the right of citizens to carry arms. How did she corner Trump on Capitol Hill violence? Kamala tore into Trump and said that he sent an armed mob to the US Capitol to overturn his election defeat. Ringing the alarm bells, she warned that, and I quote, just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails. How he would use the immense powers of the presidency of the United States, not to improve your life, not to strengthen our national security, but to serve the only client he has ever had, himself, end quote. Kamala has set the stage for the debate face-off next month. Let the fireworks begin.